We're going to talk about the Castilleja ePortfolio Learning Network. This is a variation of a conversation that I had with Helen Shanks and her 9th grade students in core arts class, and I just wanted to record it and post it in the event that somebody didn't hear it or was absent or something like that. So let's go ahead and begin. So this is a definition of an e-portfolio, and it's from a recent blog post by Dr. Helen Barrett, who is kind of a guru on e-portfolio learning. So an e-portfolio is a learner-driven collection of digital objects demonstrating experiences, achievements, and evidence of learning. E-portfolios provide learners with a structured way of recording their learning experiences and can include a range of digital evidence such as audio, video, photographs, and blogs. So if you ask 10 different experts on the area of portfolio learning, what is a portfolio or what is an e-portfolio, you'll probably get 10 different answers. But all 10 of those individuals could probably agree on the following attributes of the typical portfolio or e-portfolio. So number one, most e-portfolios have goals, places where learners set goals and then, of course, reflect on those goals throughout the process. And portfolios also typically have learning objects or learning artifacts. And we'll talk about what these may be and where these may come from in an upcoming slide. E-portfolios typically have comments, so if you create a e-portfolio, you would share that portfolio within a group, and other people, your peers and other community members, would be able to comment, and part of the responsibility would be for you to give comments to other people as well in their e-portfolios. Part of the ePortfolio learning process involves sharing. So at some point near the end of the cycle, you would share the progress that you've made and share your ePortfolio in some sort of format. This could be done in a traditional format by standing up in front of a group of people and sharing your portfolio. It could be done in a virtual online format, such as the Gator Radio experience or an Illuminate room, where people join remotely and listen in live as you talk about the different elements that you've put in your ePortfolio. And it could even be done by simply writing a reflection or recording a piece of audio, 3, 4, 5-minute audio clip, and posting that on your portfolio as well. So, and it also, this last attribute is very important. It is learner owned. It is owned by you. It is owned by the individual. It is not owned and directed by the institution. It doesn't mean that other people won't give you feedback and help you shape your portfolio. That certainly will happen. But it is key that the portfolio is learner owned. As a matter of fact, when you move on, when you graduate or go to another school or institution, you would take the portfolio with you because it's your own. So in the center we have an icon that represents Google Sites. Google Sites is the tool that we will be using for our ePortfolios at Castilleja School, and it's kind of the hub. It's the repository for information from all over the web, really. And we know that many of us are working in many different sites and spaces, and that we can aggregate or collect much of this information in a Google site, which again, the Google site would serve as a hub. So information and work that you're creating in our school's Moodle network, video that you're posting to YouTube, work from Google Documents, anything from your computer hard drive, PDFs, Word documents, PowerPoints, audio clips, video clips, anything like that. And information that you've posted in some various communities that you might be a part of, like MySpace or VoiceThread. Many students in foreign language are using VoiceThread. Images or short video clips that you're posting at Flickr and other online photo storage services. Audio podcasts that you've posted online at various spaces. If you have a Twitter account and you Twitter and you have some posts and links and resources that you'd like to include in your ePortfolio, you certainly could. Facebook is a wonderful tool for sharing photos, and it even has a notes feature, which is kind of like a blog. And I'm not sure if you can make notes public, but I know you can make certain albums public, and you could link those photo albums to your portfolio. And of course, many of us have a blog that we use for a variety of different purposes, and you could add some of those blog posts to your portfolio as well. So why an e-portfolio? Why would we even consider having an e-portfolio? What's the advantage? Well, let's take the typical way that our learning is assessed. So over the course of a quarter or a trimester or semester or a year, we'll be engaged in these types of classroom activities. And at the end of the marking period, we get a grade. So all of this learning, this complex, unique learning that is going on is reduced down to a letter grade. And we know the story of our unique individual learning journeys is much, much, much more complex than that letter grade can represent. We know that there's a real backstory. And the portfolio, the e-portfolio, has the potential to help tell that backstory or help tell the story of our unique individual learning journeys in a way that grades just simply cannot do. And it can also include, like we mentioned earlier, a wide range of artifacts scattered across the web. An e-portfolio can also serve as a mirror into our own learning, a mirror into our own minds. And this is really important. It's really important to have an awareness as to our own learning and as to how we learn. And an e-portfolio has the potential to be that mirror into our own minds, so that we can understand more about our learning and take time to reflect upon our learning in different ways. An e-portfolio can also be considered a resume on steroids, and I take this quote from Dr. Helen Barrett once again. So all of us at some point in the future will be either applying for jobs or applying for college or both. And a e-portfolio has a potential to be a much richer tool for demonstrating your skills and achievements and accomplishments in comparison to the traditional resume, which is typically a page or two in length and typically includes only textual information. So I like that way to think about it, a resume on steroids. And maybe the first two reasons for an e-portfolio aren't of interest to you as far as telling the unique story of your individual learning journey and being a mirror into your own mind. But I'm sure the fact that an e-portfolio has this potential to be this rich resume, interactive resume space, perhaps resonates with all of us. So let's go ahead and create an e-portfolio. If you would like to create an e-portfolio as part of the Castanea e-portfolio network, all you have to do is go to your mail and click Sites in the upper left-hand corner and create a new site. And for categories, you're going to add e-portfolios as one of the category and students as the other category. Unless you're a faculty member or a staff member, you would add faculty or staff if you'd like. And then by adding e-portfolios as one of the categories, all of our e-portfolios will be aggregated to one category in Google Sites. If you have any other questions about Google Sites or how to set up sites, I recommend that you take a look at Sam Cecil, class of 2011 member. She did a wonderful set of screencasts on the basics of Google Sites. And I would also check out Dr. Helen Barrett's recent blog post over at the Google Apps blog on the topic of creating an e-portfolio or creating a portfolio with Google Apps. Thank you so much for taking the time out to listen to this. If you have any questions, please stop by and see me.